Hey builders, thanks for joining Office Hours on what is today, 7/17/25, July 17th, 2025. So wanted to run this office hours today and do something a little bit different. I'm not actually going to be doing a demo of Buildable. I just wanted to talk about some of the upcoming things that we are working on, some of the upcoming things happening behind the scenes. I'm very, very excited, and us as a team, we're excited across the board for some of the features that we're going to be putting out, some of the changes that we're making to the product, and some of the things that are going to be happening for us as a company and as a product, here in the coming weeks and months. So, just to kind of kick that off, we haven't put out many release notes recently because we've really been working on an overhaul of our authentication process, our login process, and our sign up process. Really been an all hands on deck approach recently where we've just really wanted to dial that in. We want to make sure that, signing up for Buildable, excuse me, getting into your Buildable account, accessing your information, your data is very streamlined and operates perfectly every single time. So we've really changed a lot of things with that process recently on the back end, and you're going to see those changes here very soon implemented directly into the product. So there's going to be some new login screens that look consistent with the rest of the product, an easier way of actually going through the login process rather than the multi-step process that we have right now, and that's going to be implemented very, very soon. Within the next couple of days. It's just going through some testing right now with the team. Additionally, after that is released, the next thing that we are jumping into is going to be releasing fully the public API. That way, Buildable can be integrated with other solutions. We work with a lot of businesses right now, and they definitely need those integrations. The whole goal behind Buildable is that we want it to be the central hub of your organization, the central place where you go to access your data that's siloed off usually in all these other solutions. So say for instance you use QuickBooks as an example. Well, we want the API built so that it can pull information in from QuickBooks. So you solely need to really log into your Buildable account to see, outstanding invoices, things like that. If you use Slack as an example, we have clients that, hey, when they create a project in their system, they want a Slack channel created so communication can be, handled all within that channel specifically for that project. So, you know, that's another example of how the API will help. We have other clients that, in the past they've used solutions like Power BI or SharePoint or things like that. And we want Buildable to be that central brain of your organization. So in order to make it that, it's going to need an API to where it can connect to other systems out there. And if you're a non-technical person, an API, I've explained this on other sessions, but an API is like putting a front door onto your house. That way you can come and go, in the house. It's putting a door onto the product so that data can be, pulled out of that product and pulled in, can go into that product. That's essentially what an API is. Now, just like a door on your house, you need the correct key to be able to unlock that door. And every account will have, API keys that they'll use to access their data. And that way their data is separate from anyone else's data and no one can access your data without that secure key. So that's going to be implemented as part of the API. The biggest and most exciting features, though, are going to be the AI components that we're going to be incorporating soon. So we had to kind of take a pause from working on some of those features while we worked on this whole, sign in and sign up process and revamping it. But now that that's going to be put in play, we're going to be shipping some of our features that we had already started working on, but just needed a few little, finishing touches before they were put out there to the public. So the API has been worked on extensively. There's a few little tweaks we need to make to release that fully to the public. And then the AI, which we have also worked on extensively in the background, needs some testing and a few little tweaks as well for that to be implemented. So, I've talked about this on many, many calls, but or these office hour sessions, but our goals for the AI is gonna be a multi-pronged approach. It's gonna help you develop the application, your buildable app. It's gonna help you customize the app in the future. And then it's also gonna help you get, key insights and information about your data and even almost act as a user updating your data. So think of, the approach that I've talked to a lot about with my team is that, you know, you in traditional organizations, when you onboard a new person, every business has some system that they use on the back end, and there's a lot of time spent training and teaching someone, getting them up to speed on how your system works, how it operates, how to update data, how to add data into it. People may not have worked with that particular solution that your company uses, so coming over, it takes them a lot of time to get up to speed. Well, everybody almost in the world uses text messaging and uses chat. And one of the features we really want to bake into the product is going to be the chat mechanism where you can talk to AI and have it take actions for you on that data. So for instance, let's say you had a customer list in one of your buildable applications, and in that customer list you've got their phone number, their address, etc. Instead of having to teach a new hire to go find that customer, edit that customer, go to the correct fields to update that information and save it. Think of how cool it would be if day one you set a new employee in front of the computer and tell them, hey, here's a chat that you can just talk to. So that employee would be able to say, hey, can you take me to customer X, Y, and Z? And the AI will either take them directly there or provide a link that they can click on that takes them to that customer. They get to that customer and they see that customer needs some information updated on their profile. Instead of having to click, edit, go in each individual field and update the piece of information that you needed to, what if you could just talk to the chat and say, hey, this customer's address needs to be updated to this, and their phone number has now changed to this, and the main point of contact of the customer is now changed from Bill to Stephanie. And hit send, and the AI then updates all those proper fields of information for that customer right in front of you and refreshes the page. That to me will streamline the approach for onboarding. It will allow employees that even have been there for a while to increase the amount of output they can do on a daily basis. Instead of maybe updating 5 customers, maybe they can update 10 customers in the same amount of time. So I truly believe that we are still going to be using software like this way into the future, but we're going to be augmented with that AI, and we're going to be using software in new ways. So even AI agents that you may hear the buzz about out there, if AI agents can do X, Y, and Z, those AI agents are still going to be using software like Buildaible to track this information, to update information, to store it somewhere so that teams and actual humans can see that information in a certain place. So what we're trying to over here at Buildaible is we're trying to change that process. We're trying to start going in the direction of how we see software being used in the future. And I believe that a chat mechanism with AI is going to be a big component of that going in the future. So that's what we are building towards. Besides those features and some of the things that we're implementing, we are actually going to be hosting our first Buildaible event next week, July 24th from 2 to 4 p.m. Now, some of you may or may not know, but we as a team are based mainly out of Virginia. We are in the Fredericksburg area, about an hour south of DC, an hour north of Richmond. And while we are marketing Buildaible to the entire country, one of the things that I wanted to start doing was start in our local area, having events where we have different industries come in. We have them sign up for a Buildaible account. We walk them through the process of building an application for their particular industry that can run their business. And when these builders leave our office, they've now got a Buildaible account signed up. They know how to customize and build an application in Buildaible, and they've already got a solution going in the direction that they can start using internally at their business. So on July 24th from 2 to 4 p.m., our first one this time is not going to be geared at any particular industry. It's going to be geared towards, hey, here's who we are, come and learn a bit about Buildaible. Kind of any, business from any type of industry can come in and check it out. And then going into the future, starting in August, that's where we're going to be tailoring it to a specific industry each month. So, we haven't really locked down which industry we are going to be doing in August, but for example, we may have real estate, professionals come in next month. We may have some nonprofits in our area. We're going to start building the schedule out throughout the year of doing it here in our local area in Virginia. And then past that, as these become more and more of a success, we're going to be expanding that to other regions and other parts of the country and having these kind of demo sessions where we bring small, mid-sized business owners in, even enterprise level clients, and show them how Buildable can be a success within their organization. Our goal with this product is obviously to build a successful company that generates great revenue, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But if we get to that point, or when we get to that point, and we have built a successful organization, the biggest thing to me and my team is that we will have helped thousands of small, mid, and businesses out there achieve things that they were not achieving before, because they have a central repository of their information. They're using AI within their business, and it's helping them, streamline operations, grow revenue, potentially even increase staff, because they're able to grow their organization by actually being organized and using a product like Buildable. So our success at our company, our success of this product comes from the success of the people that the product can help. And that's what we're really, really excited about. So I could see over the next coming months, big things are going to be happening with the Buildable team. We've gotten it to the point where it can be used. It can be used by many organizations out there with the features that are coming. It can be expanded for multitude of use cases. I think one of the biggest challenges in promoting a product like this is it's hard to give, an elevator pitch of what it can do. This product is like taking a hammer. Well, what can a hammer do? A hammer can do tons of things. It can build a house with it. You can, break a rock with it if you needed to. You can, it has so many different use cases. Well, that's the same that Buildable is. Buildable is like a Swiss Army knife. It's a product that can be used in any organization. It can be custom built for those particular organizations, and that's what we hope to show with these demo sessions, these in-house sessions, where we have these new builders coming in to learn about the product. We want to show them the power of what Buildable is and what it can actually do for them. We want to take businesses, the 73% of businesses that are out there that are still using spreadsheets I know, it's crazy, and you may be at an organization that's doing that, but we want to get you out of this spreadsheets, and we want to get you into a system that is in the cloud, anybody can access from anywhere, and does a heck of a lot more for you than what a traditional spreadsheet would do. So that's the power of Buildable. So today's office hours is going to be very brief, but just wanted to, go over some of that, talk to you a little bit about the roadmap and some of the things that are going on. And as soon as we release the new auth process here in the next day or so, we will be posting the release notes on the Buildable knowledge base. We will be posting it on our socials, and we will be sending out an email to all the current builders that are in our ecosystem so that they're updated on the new changes and everything that occurred. So if you're watching this, I thank you very much for checking this out. Our future office hour sessions, which have now gone to the first and third Thursday of each month, will be having much more demos. Our session of the first week of August, we'll be going through and demo an application. And once we figured out the target industry for that month, the office hours for August will probably be geared towards that industry. So we'll keep you updated, keep checking our socials, keep tapped in with Buildable, and thank you for checking out those office hours. And builders, we hope to keep building with you. We hope to build the product that's of your dreams, that helps you streamline your operations. And any feedback, please send over to us. In case you don't know, I am the CEO of Buildable, Justin Lapier. You can always email me at jlapier@buildable.com. I'll spell that out. That's JLAPIER at Buildable, BUILDAIBLE.com. And I'll post my email here on the video after we post this. So anyways, thanks for checking us out. Stay informed, and let us know if you have any feedback, any questions, or need any support. Love you guys. Have a good one, builders.